Zachariah Bow goes in. They're all set. About to go, stalls open, off and racing. One of the first of them away is Queen Nardi from Almea and Cressy. Santa BRAE just behind them will push on, and back behind them came Gone Drinkin', fighting for its head in a muddlingly run first couple of hundred. Its stablemate is outside of it next of all as they work towards the turn out of the home straight. They're all about the crack. Varika cutting back onto the inside is going to follow Lord Randolph in the early stages. The last group Run Like Fire. Back there Zachariah Bow, Alkaline and Blazon Kazar as they work along by the crossing on Matheson Road, and the leader Queen Nardi out by a little more than a length on Santa BRAE, striding to second. Cressy third on the rail. Almea's up there running fourth. They've put a bit more speed on now. Lord Randolph fifth the fence, a length away, then Gone Drinkin'. Varika on the rails, 3/4 all about the crack, followed then by Alkaline, who's striding forward. It's starting to pull. Back there in the field, Run Like Fire. Then came the veteran Zachariah Bow. Last of all is Blazon Kazar, who'd spot the leader 9 to 10 lengths as they work down the side. The pacemaker Queen Nardi as they head to the 1100 mark. It's Queen Nardi along the riverside of the track. Santa BRAE second. Cressy on the rails is up there running third and travelling in a gun spot too as they go down by the 950. Almea fourth. No change at all in the order. On the rails Lord Randolph around the outside, still going on with it here at the 800 metre mark. Alkaline going up to sit on the outside from Gone Drinkin'. They're followed back on the rails Varika. Off the bit behind those, ridden desperately all about the crack. Then Zachariah Bow, Run Like Fire and Blazon Kazar. They went to the 550 and still it's Queen Nardi who leads the way. 3/4 Santa BRAE ridden desperately to stay with her. A length and a half to Cressy, showing the stick as well. In fact, they're all under heavy pressure. Into the straight now, Queen Nardi. She's going better than anything at the moment. Leads the way. Santa BRAE now starts to find his second win. Comes out after Queen Nardi. 200 left to go. Cressy's behind them. They go past the 150. Queen Nardi responding. Santa BRAE taking a day to get past her. Now he goes up, grabs the lead, takes her and goes home to win it. Santa BRAE beat Queen Nardi. Cressy was third, followed home then by Zachariah Bow, finishing on pretty well. Right behind those then all about the crack, who made up some ground. Likewise Blazon Kazar, Alkaline, Gone Drinkin', Varika, Almea, Lord Randolph next home, and Run Like Fire brought up the tail end of proceedings. Took a long while to get past Queen Nardi, but Santa BRAE, Clint Johnston Porter, eventually wore her down. Santa BRAE beats Queen Nardi and Cressy in this, the fifth event, the second leg of the quaddie. The favourite salutes the Manhattan Rain gelding. Santa BRAE, third win in 27 runs, prepared by Ross Price for Frank and Josie Fiore. Queen Nardi looked to be travelling a little better than Santa BRAE at the top of the home straight, but he stuck to his task and he eventually just whittled away that margin, and a distant fourth was Zachariah Bow. Out of My Sister Lil, a gelding here that the Fiores have bred and prepared by Ross Price. Queen Nardi continuing her good form by Adelaide out of Demon Queen, Adam Durant, Lucy Fiore almost pinching a treble here this afternoon, and Cressy by God Has Spoken for Greg Kersley, ridden by Holly Watson, third home. 2:18.11, 2:18.11 is the time here, a long neck and a length, the official margins there to race 5. Race 6 is the feature event here today. There are 2 scratchings, 4 Holding Enchantment and 7 In Good Order, who goes to the Van Heemst on the weekend. They ran that race for the last 636. Let's go downstairs now. We'll catch up with Lockie after the victory. And it was a gritty win at the end of it all by the favourite Santa BRAE to get past this mare.
Yes, absolutely, Darren. Santa BRAE, he is such a tough horse, and Ross Price has handled him expertly well throughout this preparation. Ross Price is just making his way over towards me as we speak. Ross, congratulations on the win. Santa BRAE, he's been going really well all preparation and really deserved that win.
Oh, absolutely, and just a matter of finding the right races for him. We had to drop him back to a mile, 1600 last start, just to give him one in between. You know, had this one sort of in our sights, but we had to have something in between. So and he ran a good race in that, and but he was sort of pretty cherry ripe for today.
Out to his more preferred trip, were you always happy to see them really roll them along throughout?
Oh, absolutely, because he's he doesn't really sprint, but he's a real stayer. I've never had his heart rate over 90 yet, so he's I said to Clint before he went out, I said, as long as your heart rate comes in higher than his, well, that'll be good.
And that looks like what is exactly what occurred, because at the 600-metre mark, he looked like he was in a little bit of strife, but to the horse's credit, he just really toughed it out late.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he never gives it in, and he's such a relaxed horse in between, so great horse to train.
Provided that he pulls up well and sound and he continues to enjoy his racing, is he the type of horse that could graduate to a lower level Saturday race and really command a strong lead?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was whoever rode him last start. I think they said that no matter what race you put him in, he'd be competitive. It just no matter what class he was, he'd just always be competitive.
A great result, Ross. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Ross Price, and here's CJP catching up with Riley Morgan.
Thanks, Lockie. Catching up with Clint Johnson-Porter. Clint, he's a pretty one-paced, genuine stayer, this bloke, but once you were able to find the breeze with him, you were more than happy to put him into the race nice and early.
Yeah, he was very quiet for my liking. He plodded around. I was trying to wake him up and I couldn't. I was even trotting around behind the barriers, and I thought, oh, before I go in, he should be half awake, and he just went straight back to sleep when I got in the barriers. And yeah, look, he was tough in the end.
Yeah, Ross did mention he's a horse that always has a very low heart rate, and he is very quiet the way he goes about things, but it looked as though they rolled along at a pretty decent clip throughout.
Yeah, they did, and I enjoyed it. I wanted to probably pour a bit more on, but I probably couldn't at the time. But no, he's a genuine stayer, and as we just seen then, they went hard, and we probably should have faded, and he kept chipping away.
Speaking of genuine stayers, you ride Diamond Scene in the ATA, who showed his versatility last start from a tricky barrier. Another pretty awkward draw for you to navigate today, Clint, which gives you a little bit to think about with him.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a matter of how many good rides I can give him before get him across the line. But yeah, it's just tricky from the draw. I think he'll perform really well. Just a matter of how I'm going to ride him.
Best of luck and well done on the win.
Thank you.
There's CJP combining with a Ross Price, and Santa BRAE taking out the reliable asset maintenance handicap. On the other side of the break, we'll be taking a look at some of the past winners of our feature race here this afternoon, the ATA Stakes.